In this clip, we're going to be looking at dividing by two-digit decimals. But before we do that, we need to be able to understand something. We all know that the answer to 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now, if I multiply this 6 by 10 to give me 60, and multiply this 2 by 10 as well to give me 20, what do you think the answer to this question is? It's still 3. So multiplying both numbers by 10 has meant that I've still got the same answer. If I multiply both of these numbers by 100, I get 600 divided by 200. And the answer to 600 divided by 200 is still 3. So I can multiply these numbers by 10, or by 100, or even by a larger number, and still get exactly the same answer each time. We can now use what we've just noticed to answer a question like this. I don't want to divide by 0.4 because it's really difficult, but what I can do is multiply both of these numbers by 10. That will give me 80 divided by 4. Now I know that the answer to this question will be exactly the same as the answer to this question. 80 divided by 4 is 20, so I know that the answer to this is 20. Now we're going to use this technique to answer questions like these. For the first question, I want to multiply this number by 10 to make it a whole number, so I'm going to have to multiply this by 10 as well. I get 45 divided by 15. The answer to this question is 3, so the answer to this question will also be 3. One thing to notice is that when we've multiplied both of these numbers by 10, we've moved the decimal point 1 to the right each time because there's 1 0 in the number 10. For this question, I need to multiply by 100 to make this a whole number. So I've got to multiply this by 100 as well. I get 600 divided by 3. 600 divided by 3 is 200, so the answer to the original question is also 200. Again, you might like to think of moving the decimal point 2 places to the right when you multiply by 100. For this one, to make this a whole number, I need to multiply by 100. Remember, I'm moving the decimal point 2 places to the right, so I do the same in this number. Moving the decimal point 2 to the right gives me 268.2, and I'm dividing that by 18. Now I can't easily do this question in my head, but I can do a bit of side working. So I'm going to use the bus shelter method. 18 does not go into 2, so I move the 2 to here. Now 18 does go into 26 once with a remainder of 8. 18 goes into 88 4 times with a remainder of 16. My point is here, and then 18 goes into 162 exactly 9 times. So the answer to this question is 14.9, and the answer to the original question is 14.9. So to summarise, we don't like dividing by decimal numbers, so we need to multiply both numbers in the question by 10 or 100 to turn the decimal that we're dividing by into a whole number. Once we've done this, we can answer the question. Here are some questions for you to try. On some of these questions, you might need to do some side working. Press pause and have a go. When you're ready for the answers, press play. Here are the answers.